Have you ever wondered what it truly means to face your giants? Let us journey back in time, to an era of kings and warriors, where our tale unfolds. We find ourselves in the ancient land of Israel, a realm caught in the throes of conflict. The Israelites, with their unyielding spirit, are pitted against the formidable Philistines, a force to be reckoned with. In the midst of this tension, we meet our two main characters, each a contrast to the other. On one side, we have Goliath, a Philistine warrior of staggering proportions. This colossal adversary, clad in impenetrable armor, is a sight to behold. His sheer size and strength send tremors of fear through the heart of even the bravest Israelite. His challenge echoes across the battlefield, a gauntlet thrown down to any who dare oppose him. On the other side we find David, a young shepherd boy, seemingly insignificant in comparison. Yet beneath his humble exterior lies a heart of courage and a spirit of unyielding faith. Far from the battlefield, David spends his days tending his flock in the hills, oblivious to the monumental role destiny has in store for him. The tension between the Israelites and the Philistines continues to mount, the air thick with anticipation. Goliath's taunts ring out day after day, his challenge remaining unanswered. Fear grips the Israelite camp. Who could possibly stand against such a formidable foe? Yet, amidst the fear and trepidation, a glimmer of hope emerges. David, driven by his steadfast faith in God and his love for his people, steps forward. His only weapon, a simple slingshot, and a heart full of courage. An unlikely hero, poised to face the giant that has held his people in the grip of fear. A stage is set for an epic showdown, but who could have foreseen what was to come? This tale is more than just a story of an underdog's victory. It's a timeless testament to the power of faith, courage, and determination. So hold on to your seats as we delve deeper into this riveting narrative. In the midst of looming battles and towering enemies, a hero emerges from the most unlikely place. David, our hero, isn't your typical warrior. He's not a seasoned soldier nor a distinguished general. David is a shepherd, tending to his flock in the rolling hills of Israel. He is young, perhaps even considered a boy by some. But don't let his youth fool you. David possesses something that many seasoned warriors lack, an unshakable faith. Now, imagine the life of a shepherd. He spends his days under the harsh sun, guarding his flock from wolves and other threats. He relies on his slingshot, his only weapon, to fend off these predators. It's a humble existence, far removed from the glittering swords and shining armor of the battlefield, but it's in this simple life that David's courage and faith are forged. When the call goes out for a champion to face Goliath, David doesn't hesitate. His decision is met with doubt and skepticism. After all, he's just a shepherd boy. What chance does he stand against a giant? But David's faith isn't swayed. He knows that the same God who has protected him from the claws and fangs of wolves will protect him from Goliath. David's faith is inspiring. It's not rooted in his physical strength or prowess, but in his belief in God's protection. He doesn't need a suit of armor or a sword. All he needs is his slingshot and his faith. This conviction is what sets David apart. It's what makes him step forward when others step back. It's what makes him a hero. And so, with the weight of his people's hope on his shoulders, David makes his way to the battlefield. His weapon is simple, his armor non-existent, but his spirit is indomitable. This is David, the shepherd boy, the unlikely hero, standing tall against a giant. Armed with nothing but a slingshot and his faith, David steps onto the battlefield. The moment of truth arrives, a clash of titans unlike any other. The battlefield, a canvas of tension and fear, is set for the confrontation between David and Goliath. Imagine for a moment the stark contrast between our combatants. On one side, we have Goliath, a mountain of a man, a seasoned warrior draped in intimidating armor, his presence enough to chill the bravest of hearts. On the other stands David, no more than a boy, armed with nothing but a simple slingshot and the unwavering faith in his heart. In the face of such overwhelming odds, David does not waver. He does not tremble before Goliath's towering figure or his thunderous taunts. His secret weapon isn't the stones in his pouch, but the unyielding belief that he carries within him. He knows that this battle is not one of physical might, but of faith and courage. As Goliath advances, the ground shaking with each thunderous step, David remains steadfast. He reaches into his pouch, fingers closing around a smooth stone, the weapon of a shepherd, not a soldier. The battlefield holds its breath as David swings his slingshot, the stone whistling through the air, a beacon of hope against the backdrop of despair. Against all odds, the stone finds its mark. Goliath staggers, a look of disbelief on his face as he crumples to the ground. A gasp sweeps across the battlefield as the impossible unfolds before their very eyes. David, the young shepherd, has triumphed over Goliath, the mighty warrior. With a single, well-aimed stone, the giant falls and the impossible becomes reality. The story of David and Goliath isn't merely a tale of an underdog's victory, it's a testament to the power of faith, courage, and conviction. It's proof that sometimes the smallest stones can topple the mightiest giants. And most importantly, it's a reminder that no challenge is insurmountable when faced with unwavering belief and indomitable spirit. But what can we glean from this ancient tale? This story, though set in a time far removed from our own, holds timeless lessons about faith, courage, and determination. These qualities, as exemplified by David, aren't bound by the constraints of time or place. They resonate with us even in our modern world because they are some of the most enduring aspects of the human spirit. David, a mere shepherd, not a trained warrior, steps onto the battlefield. His weapon of choice? A humble slingshot. But his real power lies not in the slingshot, but in his unshakable faith. His unwavering belief that God is with him gives him the courage to face a foe who is physically stronger and far more experienced in battle. David's faith is not a passive one, it's active, dynamic, propelling him forward. It's his faith that guides his hand as he selects the perfect stone, and it's his faith that steadies his arm as he takes aim. And when the stone leaves his slingshot and fells the mighty Goliath, it's a testament to the power of belief, a proof that faith, when coupled with action, can achieve the extraordinary. But faith alone is not the only lesson we learn from David. His courage is equally noteworthy. The courage to step forward when others step back, the courage to face a giant, the courage to believe in his own worth despite his humble origins. This is the kind of courage that changes the course of history. Finally, David teaches us about determination, the refusal to be daunted by the size of the challenge, the resolve to see things through to the end, the tenacity to hold on to one's convictions even when the odds are stacked against us. David's victory over Goliath is a testament to these qualities. It shows us that true strength is not about physical might. It's about the strength of your convictions, the depth of your faith, and the courage to act on them. True strength is not solely measured in physical might, but in the conviction of our hearts and the depth of our faith. The echoes of this ancient story continue to reverberate today. Not confined to the dusty pages of history, the story of David and Goliath continues to be a beacon of inspiration and motivation in our contemporary world. This tale of an underdog triumphing over a seemingly invincible foe resonates deeply within us. Why, you might ask? Because it strikes a chord with our own experiences and struggles. Each of us, in our own way, faces our own Goliaths. They may not be literal giants, but they are formidable nonetheless. They can take the form of personal challenges, societal expectations, or internal battles of self-doubt and fear. And just like David, we often find ourselves on the battlefield, armed with nothing more than our courage and determination. The enduring relevance of David's story lies in its universal appeal. It's a story that transcends cultural, religious, and temporal boundaries. It's a story that inspires the young and the old, the rich and the poor, the powerful and the weak. It's a story that reminds us that no obstacle is insurmountable, no challenge is too daunting, and no foe is too powerful if we have the courage to face them. This ancient narrative continues to inspire countless books, movies, and songs. Its central theme of triumph against overwhelming odds has been retold and reimagined in countless ways. Yet at its core, the story remains the same, a testament to the power of faith, courage, and determination. David's story is not just about defeating a giant, it's about redefining what it means to be a hero. It's about challenging the status quo. It's about daring to believe in the impossible. And most importantly, it's about having the courage to stand up for what's right, even when the odds are stacked against you. As we navigate our way through life's trials and tribulations, let's remember David's story. Let's remember that it's not the size of our adversary that matters, but the size of our faith and courage. Let's remember that no giant is too big to fall, and no challenge is too great to overcome. David's story encourages us to believe in ourselves and our ability to overcome obstacles. Let's carry this message with us as we face our own Goliaths and continue our journey through the annals of history. As we conclude this enthralling journey through the story of David and Goliath, we're left with a timeless tale that continues to echo through the ages. A young shepherd boy, armed only with his faith and conviction, stood tall against a giant, proving that true strength is not determined by physical might alone. In the face of Goliath's towering presence, David didn't falter. His courage was unwavering, his faith unshakable. David knew that his strength lay not in his arms but in his heart, in his belief that right will prevail. With a single stone he toppled the giant, demonstrating that even the mightiest foes can be defeated by the power of faith and determination. This historic narrative serves as a profound reminder that we have the power to face our own giants. Whether these giants appear as personal challenges, societal norms, or self-doubt, we can confront them with the same unwavering faith and courage that David showed. We need to remember that it's not about the size of the adversary but the strength of our conviction. The story of David and Goliath encourages us to believe in ourselves, to draw strength from within, and to stand up against seemingly insurmountable odds. It shows us that with faith, courage, and determination, we can achieve remarkable outcomes. As we navigate through our own battles, let's draw inspiration from David's triumph. Let's remember to face our giants, not with fear, but with faith, and the knowledge that we, too, can overcome. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of one of history's most iconic narratives. If you enjoyed this journey into the past and found value in the lessons it holds, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, so you never miss an episode, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue to delve deeper into the annals of history, uncovering the timeless truths hidden within these ancient tales. Until next time, keep seeking, keep learning, and keep facing your giants.